Sweet. Okay, so yeah, we are gonna get started. If anyone has any questions, you can ask. If you're in game, ask in game, ask in zone chat. It makes it a lot easier for getting a transcript going and everything. And if you are only in stream, you can't get here in game right now or what have you. I'll be taking some stream questions at the very least. I'll try and get to everything I can, and I'll type the question in zone chat and also answer it in zone chat as well as obviously answer out loud on stream. Alright. Oh no, that's not what we wanted to do. Alright. So which type of crafting do I enjoy most? Definitely crafting custom gear for people, like making full sets. Um, uh, so yeah, what I enjoy most is making a full set of gear. Because you could do like what we've talked about, making a belt happens to get a ton of int on a belt, and the build needs int, but not a crazy amount. You prefer strength. But once you've gotten all the int on the belt, you don't have to worry about it on other pieces. You'd fit stuff together in that puzzle-like way, and end up with something quite nice. So which order I use? Masterworking, enchanting, jeweling, and that really depends on the piece. Um, and a lot of times I'll switch back and forth between things. And if a jewel specific enchant isn't required, that'll definitely go in last, so it's not polluted table. Um, if I know I need a specific masterworks on a piece, I'll start on that table, and then add whichever. So an example of that would be like a Sylvan Dagger. If I need 4 specific masterworks on it, I'll get all 4 of those masterworks first before I take any durability out of it on enchant, because that's a harder to get blank. We have fewer shots, and once those 4 masterworks are there, if I get a major strength on it, cool. If I get just a regular strength, whatever on the enchant side. Maybe if it's super low durability, I don't even get an enchant. But missing 4 strength or missing 6 strength or 10 strength isn't going to be a deal breaker on the dagger, because that would add an extra, say, 1% damage, whereas the 4th masterwork is adding an extra 5% damage. So it's a lot more important. Jewels and gems only go in before the enchanting's done when I want specific enchants from them, like strength of earth bonus from guys best. Peace. Otherwise, these options just pollute the chant list and make it harder to get what I'm after. What one is after, what you're after. What do you find to be the most difficult thing to craft? The thing where you think, okay, here we go. That's a really fun one. There's an irony to this one for sure. So Beltart, because they're so giving, and the more they give, the more I want to take. They can get minor / reg / major of all 3 stats on masterwork and on enchant. So you can make EG an air mage belt with over 60 combined int plus dex, and there's no durability option on the masterwork side. So it's a slot where you can push incredibly hard and there you go. That's the line limit. So it's a slot where you can push incredibly hard. There's an iron to it, but belts are the hardest because they're so giving, and the more they give, the more I want to take. They can get minor, regular, major, major of all three stats on Masterwork and on Enchant. You can make, for example, an Air Mage belt with over 60 combined Dex and Int. There's a durability. There's no and there's durability option. No durability option. No durability option on the Masterwork side, so it's a slot where you can push incredibly hard. Now, in general, do you prefer straight stats over skill-related bonuses? That depends. But in general, I do prefer skill related masterworks. They all come as masterworks. Other ones are like fire damage and stuff on the enchant side, or actual skills. And the reason for that is base stats like strength, dex, and int all suffer diminishing returns at high values, and you can get high values places other than gear. So for high-end gear, at least, you get a lot more out of Masterworks that modify glyph damage. Frost, are there any must-have benefits for going beyond 120 in any Masterwork and Enchant skill? And the honest truth is, no, there's not. There's no must-have benefit. The last must-have, in my opinion, is hitting GM. So in my book, the last must-have is getting GM, just so you can get majors. That said, you get continual benefits, and the higher I've taken my skills, And so the higher I've taken my skills, um, the more I've come to value the few extra percentage points they give. So I used to think after like 120, 130, I didn't really care that much about getting it higher. Now that I've gotten there, I do. Because getting these things to, say, 56, 58, even maybe even 60% uh, chance to succeed on a second masterwork or a second enchant, if you do a large volume, can save you, millions of gold in materials, especially when you start pushing stuff to 4 masterworks or enchants or 5 masterworks and enchants. So they have a more value than I used to give them credit for, but it's not a make or break must have thing. And there's definitely a point, especially if you're doing a small volume, where you're putting a lot more in than you are getting out of them. Uh, go back and am I missing anything? Guys, can well one try for a bit. Did I miss a question about tank gear? Or something for tank gear, you'd want the damage avoidance or maybe some DR. Yeah, true. I usually like glancing blow. I like better than straight damage resist because at high level it tends to give more. Um, that's not always the case. If I miss anything, please let me know, guys. And also, I am focusing a little more on in-game than on. Hey, Sarah, thank you very much. Than on the stream right now, because this is an in-game event. But I am gonna go and try to look over the stream questions as well. Yes, and so you don't lose the gem or jewel if it doesn't come out the way you want. Is another very good point about gemming it last if you can. Question for the new and old crafter: what weight should be given to the base crafting stat, i.e., carpentry versus masterwork, carpentry masterwork versus say ranged masterworking? Um, the base set stat does not affect it. The base skill, I should say. The base skill. It doesn't have any real bearing. It will technically increase your chance to crit. You can crit on Masterworks. It's the lowest one besides repair and salvage. So I'll leave that out. And I'll save my. I'll say trees. It's really a sub tree, but whatever. In those trees, and enchant skill, masterwork, carpentry masterwork, etc. is what changes your percent chance to succeed on first, second, third, etc. chance / masterwork. It's an economy skill in my mind. It saves ingots and mats and blanks. If you want to be practical, I'll have to return that call in a minute. Sorry about that. For enchantments, this is the skill that unlocks major. Oh well, for everything. At level 100. Can spell fizzle reduce be through any crafted methods? Yes, that's actually a very interesting question as well. Base skill does affect exceptional rate, yes. And in some interesting ways. One is the one's the imbued jewel of waning fizzle from Akara gauntlets. Another is in gear choice. Take heavy legs, for instance. Not only do augmented chain legs give slightly more base stat for less mats, they reduce, they have 4% fizzle from equipment compared to the 6% from plate. All without dropping the heavy set. There's a lot of mix and match gear choices like that. For instance, Chakotay, yeah, that's how I run it. Question: what are your main skill level breakpoints you stop at for crafting skills? I Masterwork 128, Mastery 1. Sarah Drake, another very good question. I don't observe any crafting breakpoints, really. Displaying a rounded So you can actually demonstrate that they are rounded numbers on strength and stuff. I have some gear that will say like whatever 3.2 strength, and then it'll say 5.2 strength. And instead of adding up to 8.4, it adds up to 8.5 because it pushes over into the next rounding category. Sorry, here I have to return a call really quickly. All right, terribly sorry about that. So down here, something completely different. What do you do to get your XP to raise for your crafting skills? Uh, mining and gathering is the best way. It's tons of XP and it turns a profit, or gets you mats. For me, uh, I prefer agricultural farming. As it's more laid back, or I'll adventure for things like obsidian chips, troll belt, and ancient staff pieces, etc., that I can turn into crafting. Carcasses into food. Another great is also great. And then if it'll all fit in one line. Oh lord. I missed a bridge troll. Cards for from why can't I make a crossbow? Bolts. I know how to make arrows, and I'm quite the fletch. It seems to me the bolts are small arrows, and yet I cannot. Bridge troll. You look at the wrong table. Bolts are made on the blacksmithing table, not the carpentry table, and are primarily used for double bolting grandstands, not killing mobs. There are none game bolts. Other than lightning bolts and air tree. All right. So we have a question there from Robert Frost as well about wearing all taming arty gear and would like to reduce my spell fizzle. Are there masterworks enchants that can give this? No, there are no specific masterworks and enchants. But so there are some compensations, like again using your leg slot. There's no taming specific legs as of now, so cloth legs will reduce your fizzle there. Or you can use like a staff because it'll do minus 30% fizzle, just like 2 wands does. You get an additional minus 10% from your open offhand, and you put 2 taming gems in that if that works with your build. Though I think you are an archer, that wouldn't work in your case. So you do get the open offhand bonus in archery as well. Oh no, you don't. No, the bow fills both hands. I found farming to be pretty much the best producer XP source myself. I have 200 plants worth of garlic that I try to keep at all times that I nudge when it's harvesting so we can come buy it all. Yes, indeed. Very happy to buy agricultural output. Oh, bolts of cloth as well. Yes, Dr. H. Yes, bolts of cloth, of course. Well done there. Question: are socketing gems worth it for when enchanting items, and do they take up one of the enchantment slots themselves, where you usually have on average 3 attempts? They do not, very thankfully. And really. So. Oh, I'm sorry, I misspelled her name. When I made my Death Mage plate armor, I start with the enchantments because I want an int and major int on them. No point in doing the masterworks so that was one tools. Yeah, exactly, Dr. H. If there's something you are definitely after, that's the good place to start. And again, you know, if everything else is equal, gold's cheaper than silver. That sometimes influences my decision. But if you have to have something, you might as well get it first, instead of wasting hits on something that you're probably gonna have to throw away anyway, or at least not use for that use case. I throw very little. Yes, indeed. So that could be a good source of crafting XP as well. Refining gems, and jewels. I don't know if I missed any in zone chat. Again, if you have any stream, if anyone is in stream and not in the zone, um, you can ask questions in stream, and I'll type the question and the answer into zone chat, as well as answering here. Uh, okay, I think I am caught up on everything. But folks can re ask if I'm not. How long did it take to get the? A long time. Uh, what's the command for game time? Hey, lineman, how you doing? How do you check your game time with the slash command? Does anyone know? You can. I did it the other day. Someone said in chat how to check it, and it spit out a number of hours at me. I didn't think you could either. I didn't think it worked anymore. But I did it in game and on stream. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. In that case, maybe sometime you could explain the difference to me and what's going on, because in that case, I don't know what I'm talking about at all. Thank you, though, Alley-oop. Leave it to Alley-oop to actually know what's going on. And craft. I've been playing a bit over 2 years now. And crafting is what got me hooked. Geometry was my second gem to build a house to live in. Oh, what is my highest level crafting skill? My master. Okay, so what's my highest skill? My enchant and base masterwork skills are all at 148 to 150 right now, and are my highest. At level 170 plus the 30 you get from jewelry, those will cap out, and you should hit 100% chance to succeed on your first masterwork, 96 on your second, 60 on your third, 20 on your fourth, and on your fifth, I think. Hey, no worries, lineman. Gotta get that good boat XP. Yeah. So if anyone has any questions, again, in zone, obviously, you can ask, or if you're not here, you can also ask in stream for the time being. Yes, indeed. Hey, all right. Thanks for stopping in, Sarah. Take care. Thank you for the questions as well. Sayon is up to level 93 in alchemy. They're doing some alchemy training right now. Uh, Tailoring's going up as well. Almost been here for an hour already. Um, Yes, I really love that too, and that definitely is something that touches on crafting. Like the young fish also are a great XP source. At what point do you stop enchanting? That oftentimes when I have to. Um, so you can't add work to a piece that has 30 less max durability. Some items like the weapons. So I oftentimes stop when I have to, since you can't work on a piece that's over 30 or less max durability, or that has 30 less max durability. Um, Sometimes, like weapons, you can actually work them when they have like 40 durability. Put on an enchant that will just completely bust them, so you have to be careful of that. And then when crafting for those, I'll stop often with like 60 to 100 durability left, depending on the piece what they'd like. Um, uh, so I didn't I kind of answer that, but is so it's one of the things most down to taste. A wand with 7 durability. I used one for months. Like last 10 times as long as. So it's one taste and depends on the piece. Yeah, I've used the one literally with 7 durability, and I used one for months, and I didn't even have to do a major repair on it. In fact, I only did like one actual repair on it. It can last but a chest piece with 100 durability. If you are a tank, you're using a lot of body slam, using absorb impacts, it can get absolutely destroyed even with the 30x or 3x 300% durability multiplier. When masterworking enchanting an item that you only have one of, such as an epic arty, what would you consider as the best order masterwork enchant? So Robert Frost, again, that depends on the piece. Um, always. so it doesn't pollute the enchant table. Unless you need EG. Yes, I do get the advantage of rolling through my my junk bin or just making a new piece. But the truth is, even if I didn't craft, it doesn't bother me using loader. So I know I watch your streams. But that is a good point. Sorry, just it there. Hey, Levin. I mean, you can if you want. That's a PvP challenge, or some people use it to tell me what mob to go fight if they just want to see me fight a specific mob. But totally down to to do a PvP fight if you'd like to. Yeah, it is an odd time to challenge me to fight. We might take a little slight rain check on it. Okay, I think that catches me up on zone chat. So again, if you have if anyone's just in stream and has I don't know about that. Lyman's getting pretty good on the bow making. Um, I don't know if my confidence would be higher or lower in a craft off versus a actual adventuring battle. If anyone in it's only in chat, only in stream, has a question, feel free. or gun durable, I have a hard time using. Durable, I have a hard time using lower percentage. Ah, yes. That's definitely a thing. Lyman. Oh, nice. So we can look at Lyman's bow here. Got see 4 masterworks, no enchants. This is exactly what I was talking about. A lot of times, there's times where the glyph damage is just so much more powerful. So he's got weapon critical damage, aim shot damage, piercing shot damage, and rapid fire damage. So that aim shot is stacking up with the strings as well. So here's someone who says, all 3 types of glyph damage plus critical damage is going to do more for me than adding a little bit extra dex because his crit rate is already so high. He's in turn. A little bit extra strength. His strength is also already super high. He is a strength archer. So very diminishing returns on that. So he said, you know what? 4 masterworks. Stack them all up and get big damage out of it that way. Plus the range combat gems. So very nice. And nice Aether pattern as well. So yeah, I often do have trouble grabbing the durable. Yeah, no, next rate. No, I got you. It just took me a second. One thing is high end wands. I do put it on because I want to. I want to. I'm perfectly happy to have 50% of them fail the masterwork side, where I only lose 10 ingots and the heartwood and the strap. And then when I go to the enchant side, I'm trying to get that 18% or whatever on the 4th, or even that trying to get the 5th, which I do very often for wands because they have a lot of enchants you want to stack on them. It gives me an extra shot. It gives me that extra durability, and overall that saves me a lot more resources. I throw away literally about half of them on the masterwork side because it's about a 50-50 shot on that 3rd enchant. I want weapon critical damage and weapon space damage, so that's already 2. That would almost always, that's like a 95% chance. Then I take it to a 50% chance because I get the durable. But when I get the durable on there, I go over. It gives me an extra shot, that 18% chance, that 9% chance on the 5th. Yeah, and if you're trying to do a high something that lasts, then yeah, you could put it on a sword as well. I've made swords that are just durable on them, just to smack a practice dummy, um, just for so that you never have to worry about it. Also, certain artifacts like mining, high level gloves, since it's 100% chance to succeed on your first enchant. If I have like epic gauntlets of lead, I will go to enchant side and put durability effectiveness on them, and I would go to masterwork side and put durable on them, and then they're gonna last forever. Um, so I've done stuff like that as well. Other places I enjoy the durability masterwork. Often though, it's just an out for me, just something you get to the end, and then it might give you a bonus shot. Incidentally, on wands, don't save attunement for last. Um, Pop your attunement on earlier because it doesn't take any durability out, and wands are fine to push below 30 durability. So if you are looking for attunement as your last enchant and you get down to 30 durability, you're out of luck. Whereas if you've already put it on first, you won't be at 30 durability. You'll be at say 45 durability or whatever, because the enchant you're looking for is the one that takes 15 durability out, or actually like durability or 40 durability, depending on what it is. And so you'll be able to work it again. And if you hit what you're after, you'll drop below 30 durability. But again, I used a 7 durability wand for like 2 months one time, and it was fine. Wands last ages and stuff with, or if you only occasionally hit stuff with them, last for a very, very long time. All right, cool. I'm trying. I want to keep it. I'm trying to balance it between being like long-winded responses, though all my responses are long-winded, and being kind of like a question answer, like kind of bullet point thing that people can look through easily. So I might add it in the conversation. There's gonna be a transcript that's posted. I might add it into that conversation in that thread, for the final summary, or I don't. I'm not. I might not, but I'm trying. I'm going to be doing longer form crafting stuff, and I've already done some longer form crafting stuff, where that additional information will get added in. All right. So I think if everyone, but yeah, I mean maybe I should. It's hard to say. I'm not sure where to draw that line right now. Sarah was much more succinct than I've been, so props to them for that. Indeed. So if anyone has any more questions, Lucian did double the prize pool. So I'll roll for the number of people in zone and assign and hand them out. Bridge troll. Actually, let me get the exact name of this because there are multiple Shogun crafting pavilions. Okay, so it just called Shogun crafting. Where are the bar stools? These are good questions. These questions I don't have the answer to, but would also like to know. All right. So how many people do we have in zone? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 people in zone, so I'll do a roll 18. Okay, actually, in that case, Alley-oop whispered me and said if she wins to roll again. In that case, I'll do a roll 17, and we'll start with Asmodee as the first person. Since Alley-oop's at the top of the list, that makes it nice and easy. So this will be in miscellaneous. I think. Oh no, it's in emote. So we'll add emote. Shot glass falls dead for. Jeez, I've been missing emotes. Smokes a pipe with goth pony. Oh man, I've been missing all the fun. All right, slash roll 17. With the result of 1, so Asmodee Wool has won. So all right, this might turn into a fishing rod. There you are, Asmodee. I'm gonna double check to make sure we're still at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 11, 12. Yeah, okay, we're still at 17. Result of 6, which is 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Robert Frost, congratulations. Jungle Crafting Village. And this is courtesy of the governor themselves. Thank you again for that extra bonus prize. Thank you, Elliot, for posting a link in there. For sure, shot glass. Oh, a fishing QA. Oh yeah, I'd definitely show up to an Asmo fishing QA, man. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I wasn't originally sure if I was going to stream it or not. I do think of these QAs as very much an in-game event, and obviously that's where my focus was. So much so that I don't know if I said it. Um, Razum, uh, Razum Zamor. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I saw you in Zone Chat. Thank you for the follow. I'm not sure if I said thank you for the follow yet or not, but thank you. Because my focus was in game. I do consider these Q and A's in-game events, and that's kind of where I wanted to be able to answer. Because there's also people that can't join the stream that are in game. Certainly, when I started playing, I could not run a stream and play the game at the same time unless I was in my basement crafting. My system just couldn't handle it. And those other people that just don't watch Twitch, so. I mean, the thing is, the worst case scenario on a fishing Q&A that goes wrong is it turns from a Q&A to everybody telling fish stories. And is that really going wrong? I mean, I say it's a can't-lose situation.